The second brain hack that is working when you're dealing with neuropathic pain, that is placebo. How you influence your own subconscious to make your subconscious work for you to make all the processes you want getting much easier. And if you have been reading about scientific research for new medications, for example, you probably have heard about placebo, and very often it's labeled like a bad thing. You have to check the new medications for placebo effect, right? Like placebo is something that's ruining the medication. But the point is that placebo is how our brain and mind is working to influence us in the best possible way. And the point of placebo is that if you really believe that you are going to be well, then you probably will get better. And the opposite is nocebo. If you really believe that you are going to be sick, then you probably will. And nocebo and placebo are very important elements when we are talking about how to deal with a chronic disease and how to deal with pain. We know that placebo, the positive effect, and nocebo, the negative effect, are greatly influenced by people of authority around you. So if you have been to a doctor who has been telling you that, oh, you have MS or something else, that's really serious and you are probably going to get very, very sick. Your subconscious is taking that message directly into the system and working like this was the truth. And all of your bodily functions will start working as if sickness is the truth for you. In the same way, if you are at the doctor's office getting new medication that the doctor says this will probably make you well, okay, then your subconscious is working as if you are going to be healthy again. And research show this, that a pill given by a nurse is less effective than an injection given by a nurse, that is less effective than a pill given by a doctor, that is less effective than an injections given by a doctor, because of the authority level, right? So this is a difficult element to start thinking about. How can you believe that you can influence how the placebo effect is working for you? How can you influence your subconscious to work like you are going to be healthy? And this is very complex. I have just touched a little bit of it in my own experimenting with my own body and my own health. But it's quite sure that what you are telling your subconscious is defining what your subconscious is working towards. And this is about core values. It's about what you deep down believe to be possible. And this has nothing to do with your rational cognitive mind, your conscious thoughts, what you read, what you understand. You can read a lot about MS, or if you have another disease, that will confirm for your conscious mind that this is very serious. But if you manage to get into a more meditative state or a more repetitive state, these are the two elements that working with your subconscious: repetition and getting on a lower brainwave. If you manage that, you can start influencing your subconscious by telling what you want, what you believe, what you think is possible. And this is about visualization. This is about putting yourself in a timeline where you define an event in the future and start feeling and living the feeling of being healthy, for example. So this is beyond just pain management, but this is about how placebo is a really, really important thing for how our health is developing. So if you take this back to see how can we use it in pain management, this is about how you can learn a technique, use a technique consistently over time, every time you need it, to sort of prone your immune system and your subconscious to work towards what you have defined that you want. And if you never allow, like we talked in the last video, about going in the same old misguided pattern and defining what you want, and start repeating that, defining that, what do you want instead of pain? And as we said, you can't say no pain. You have to start defining and describing for yourself, for your brain, for your subconscious, for your immune system, what are the states you want to get into. And this is one of the things that I found difficult in the beginning, because pain is so very definitive. It's very, you can feel how it is, but what is the opposite of pain? It's no pain. How do you describe a situation where there is no pain involved? So I started to make more of a general description of what this situation will be, what this state will be. And it's about comfort. It's about everything is smooth, everything is normal, my skin is feeling perfect, everything is just calm and peace, and everything is just beautiful. Finding the words that describe the wanted situation for you, to shift focus from the pain over to what you want. I have a lot of tinnitus, and I use the same techniques there. And when my one ear, for example, starts making these extreme sounds, I focus all my energy over to the ear that is quiet, and I visualize and feel, I can almost touch white cotton, soft, smooth, quiet, peaceful, right? I focus all my energy to the state that I want, and that is helping. And this is part of how you work with your subconscious to activate the placebo effect, to actually get the benefit from this pain management. If you like this video, you can click on subscribe and get notifications when I publish the next one. You can also go to playlist and see what other videos I have that might be relevant for you. And by the way, I am alien. I had my first MS attack in 1986. Since then, I have had 2 kids, I have run a successful business for 25 years, and I accomplished the black belt in Taekwondo 2 years after my diagnosis. Now I am really affected by MS, but I'm living a good life, and that is mainly because of mental training and physical training. I share my experiences on my webpage, and you can find me on Instagram and YouTube. I do my YouTube channel in both Norwegian and English, so you can find different kind of videos in both languages.